My name is Raymond Lee. I'm from the Philippines, and I'm in Hawaii to present a film that I produced and co-wrote. It's called The Blossoming of Maximo Oliveros. In Tagalog, that's Ang Pagdadalaga ni Maximo Oliveros. That's this film. I started out in films as a writer. I wrote screenplays for several Filipino films. And then I got together with my scriptwriter friends, five of us. We decided that we wanted to do more. We wanted to have more creative control over our material. So we decided to produce. Um, and this film is our first project. Um, we, right. Um, my friend Michiko, who's a writing partner in UFO Pictures, which is the group of writers that I was talking about, and she's my co-writer for this film. Um, she wanted to do her first film was about a young boy coming of age. It's called Magnifico, and it won the grand prize here in Hawaii 3 years ago. For her next film, she wanted to write another film about a young boy, but this time she said that she wanted to write about a young gay boy. And from that, that was our takeoff point. And from there, we had all sorts of ideas flying around the room, um, and I remember we were discussing about, you know, presenting social issues, but very subtly. Um, for example, two of the biggest problems that are intertwined now, two of the biggest social problems that we have in the Philippines are corruption and poverty. And our film shows that, but it doesn't make it, um, doesn't place it in the foreground. It's very much in the background, but you see it in every scene of the film. And our main character is gay, but that is not the central problem of the film. Uh, it doesn't make an issue out of his sexual orientation. So, so we wanted to make a film that dealt with issues, but subtly, you know.
What's his name?
The director is Aurelio Solito. We knew him from college. He's a theater director, and he also made several documentaries and short films. And so we asked him if he could direct this film, our debut film as producers.
Very cool. So
Yeah.
he,
And Michiko wrote the first draft of the screenplay, which we entered into a competition. And it was a new competitive grant in the Philippines called Cinemalaya. And we ended up getting two of the grants, one for this film, and the other one was for another project that another member wrote, which is called Sarong Banggi. So we ended up doing two films at the same time. I would, since I produced both, and the other film was set all in the nighttime, and Maximo Oliveros was set mostly in the day. What happened was we shared one camera, so I would be in the set of Maximo in the daytime, and at the set of the other film at night. We've been to, I think, over 40 international film festivals now. We've showed the first one we showed it at was in Montreal World Film Festival, where we got the prize for best debut film. And then we also went to Sundance. It was the first homegrown Filipino film in Sundance. And then in Berlin, we won for best children's film and best gay film. So I think that was the first time that the same film won both the children's and the gay prizes. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. So is this your first time to Hawaii?
Yes, it's my first time to Hawaii.
Very cool. Do you have any family or connections in Hawaii? Or
Not yet.
I'm sure you'll make some through the
I, I,
festival.
I'm making some new friends,
Very
and but I haven't discovered family here yet. No.
Okay.
I know that there are lots of Filipinos here, and last night I saw a documentary about a war bride from the Philippines, and that was very interesting. Yeah. Yes, ever since I was very young, I loved going to the cinema, and I always dreamed about working in cinema. And inspirations were basically the movies themselves, Filipino movies, definitely. I grew up watching the old classics of Philippine cinema. These are black and white movies from the 50s and the 60s, and they would be shown on TV in the afternoons. And instead of taking naps, I would watch these films. And I think they were a big influence on me. I didn't know it then, but you know. And also watching uh, Hollywood films from the late 70s to the 80s, you know. When I was a child, of course, my favorite was E.T. And yeah, that was an influence, yeah. And and then later I discovered the cinemas of other parts of the world, like Chinese, French, and later Iranian films. So for me, for me, the films that inspire me are uh, personal movies. You know, um, they're not necessarily small movies, although most personal movies are. But they could be a blockbuster film and still be personal. But for me, the important thing is that they're saying something uh, true about the, the person who's making it, about the place that he's coming from. So that's the kind of film that I want to keep making. Yeah.